Well, it's been a while, but I'm back with the game news. Let's talk about the things that have happened in the gaming world in the last 7 days. We got some bad news, and then we'll talk about the Nintendo Indie world and the Game Awards nominees. Everyone has thoughts. I have them too. We'll go through them together, and I'll expand on that. But let's get into our first topic. I hope you've all been doing well. Thanks for checking out the game news. Amazon's getting rid of its gaming content amid larger games layoffs. This is courtesy of The Verge. The company is cutting just over 180 jobs in its games division and is refocusing the work it does with the free games it offers to Amazon Prime subscribers. So Amazon Games is a interesting situation because there's like the games developer side, and it looks like this is part of that, but they're shutting down some Twitch channels and some other products that they do around game development. It's weird, but I like the idea that they'll be offering a few more or maybe better Amazon Prime games. I do try to collect them. I try to redeem them when it's something worth redeeming. But it's just another round of layoffs in the gaming industry, am I right? It's a little disappointing. I hate when people are losing their jobs, and Amazon is very similar to Google in this regard because they like to start building out products and they don't immediately have like revenue growth or make the money that they thought they would, and so they start making cuts. And it's like, hey, maybe if you just gave it a little longer or focused on it better or actually marketed the thing that it was supposed to market, like that might work better all around, you know. And that's just the unfortunate nature of the thing, the way the industry is working right now. Those short-term gains mean so much more than long-term success, and it's a real bummer. I really hope that this trend changes in the near future, but I hope everybody from this lands on their feet and finds a better job, and Godspeed. All right, let's go to the next thing, which is more disappointing news. I wanted to talk about this though. Modern Warfare 3 devs complain of crunch and rush development, and there's an update from Sledgehammer Games on this article. This is courtesy of gamesindustry.biz. I don't fully understand, but let's go through it together. Modern Warfare 3 was developed in just 16 months with some periods of crunch and communication issues between developer Sledgehammer Games and Modern Warfare creator Infinity Ward. We know that there's several teams that are always working on Call of Duty, and it looks like with the new Modern Warfare trilogy, they have definitely leaned on the convergence of some of these teams all making the same games. But this last one being made in 16 months, I mean, on one hand, they're not going to rebuild from the ground up, so it would stand to reason that a lot of models could be reused, a lot of assets aren't having to be like rebuilt, maybe changed a little bit, but not to the degree that it would make development last longer. But according to a Bloomberg report citing several anonymous members of the development team who said the game was built in less than half the time, it's usually a 3-year cycle, as previous Call of Duty games. In fact, it's said to have the shortest development time for a Call of Duty game in several years. And there's no way they did that without crunch. There's no way that they pulled that off without forcing the devs to do things that they, staying overtime, staying late, all those things that normally happen. It's just a bummer because crunch is never good and nobody likes doing it. I am of the mindset that sometimes you will need to stay to get things done, but when it becomes a pattern and becomes everything you do has last minute changes or last minute things that are extending the development time or causing you to have to always be the one to like go over and above to make it happen, that's a leadership problem. And it looks like, they were trying to push this game out, got to make that annual Call of Duty money. And it shows. The response to the campaign has been lackluster. Some people are saying it's good. A lot of reviews I saw say it's terrible. I heard it was short, which is, I don't know anybody that really like plays Call of Duty for the campaign anymore. I wanted to, but I don't know if I will. I'm 2 games behind if that's the case, because I used to play the campaigns almost every single year, and I've fallen off with Modern Warfare. I was really into the Modern Warfare 1 remake, but this was definitely not good to hear. And just to find out, like, it got bad reviews, and they're talking about having to go through crunch. and all these things. But hey, Warzone seems to be popular. Zombies seems to be good. Like, people are excited about that. So then we get to the update that was today, as the time of this recording, November 14th, 2023. Sledgehammer Games has responded to the circulating reports regarding development of Modern Warfare 3. From the start of development, we have all been laser focused on creating the next groundbreaking Call of Duty game. Long before we wrapped up our previous game, we heard loud and clear from fans about the desire to stay and play together for longer within the same series. He concluded, we have worked hard to deliver on this vision, which has been years in the making. Anything said to the contrary is simply not true. And that is studio head Aaron Halon? Not sure. Hey, Base Guru, welcome to the stream. But in any case, of course he's not going to say like, oh yeah, we definitely made him like have crunch time. There could be a small group that had to do this. It could be several teams. It could be anything. Like we won't know. We probably will never find out. But it's not, I don't know, it's just not cool. Like, don't force your employees to work with long periods of crunch, because then you start getting either a broken game or you get a poor quality game. And both of those are very hard to recover from. Although Activision's in the camp of we'll patch it later. So maybe I don't think you're going to make the campaign longer with DLC. I don't think anybody's going to be sold on that. And, you know, with the game being multiplayer first, like that's just where we are. But I really hope that if it's true that things are changing, that this isn't like the norm for Sledgehammer or Infinity Ward. I don't know. I don't recall this crunch with Call of Duty every single year. I do recall when Activision first started spinning off teams to make Call of Duty every year, that was supposed to alleviate the need for a crunch period and, you know, late nights of work, late nights that turn into weeks, that turn into months of work. And it's never good. It's never good for your employee retention. It's never good for the product. And then the fans that find out about it and actually care and aren't just playing the latest Call of Duty, you know, they feel that. They'll know that going in. I know if I play Modern Warfare 3 at all, I'll think about that. And that's, you know, hey, I'd rather play the game and maybe support those devs, but they've already been paid, maybe, hopefully. You know, I just hope things change. We gotta move as an industry away from crunch periods, whether that means delays or better planning or both, you know. All right, let's move to some more interesting news, or better news, happier news. I hope it's happier news. Indie World, that was today. I didn't do a live reaction stream, mostly because I was busy and didn't have the time to make it happen. But let's look at the games that were shown. Very excited about a couple of these. Shantae Advance, which is a game that was in development for the GBA that got canceled. Way Forward went and finished the game out, which is super cool. I like the Shantae games. They're very interesting, fun platformers. The newer ones are very, I don't know, 2D side scrollers with like good art are very fun to play to me just because they're vibrant and pretty. Mario Wonder, for instance, like it's 3D, but still it's very vibrant and colorful. Well, Shantae Advance is a GBA game that has been finished and it's coming to Switch soon. Looks cool. I like the trailer for it. I watched a very short one. I watched a little bit of the trailer they showed. I didn't actually watch all the trailers for this. The best announcement from here, Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition. So this is Outer Wilds on Nintendo Switch with the DLC included. There's a digital release soon and then a physical release next year. I can't recommend Outer Wilds enough. It is a fantastic game and deserves to be looked at and played and explored by just about everybody. If you like games like Myst, this is like Myst with a little more like platforming skill required, because you do get to like navigate low gravity and open space and stuff like that. You have a ship, you get to fly. It's a very fun game, and I really, really enjoyed the story. It was very interesting. 10 out of 10. Agreed, Base Guru. 10 out of 10. So the Archaeologist Edition's coming to Switch. I don't know if it's coming to other platforms. This is like the Switch release, but I don't know if they would then bundle the DLC as a new edition of the game on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. But maybe. Hopefully. All right, then we got On Your Tail, A Highland Song, Backpack Hero, Howl, Blade Chimera, Death Trick, Double Blind. I saw some stuff on Death Trick. It looked interesting. I don't know a whole lot about it. The Star Named Eos, Moonstone Island, Core Keeper, Planet of Lana, Enjoy the Diner. I don't know. The art looks neat. The Gecko Gods. Again, don't know. Art looks interesting. Passepartout. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Indie games with the weird names. The Lost Artist. Braid Anniversary Edition. I would say if you have never played Braid, classic game from the 360 era that was pretty fun to play. Had some cool mechanics with like time rewinding and stuff like that. It'd be worth checking out. Urban Myth Dissolution Center looks neat. And Heavenly Bodies, which looks hilarious and different. Any of these games, indie games are good. I think indie games that do well on the Switch have a better chance of like getting a sequel than if they do better on like PlayStation or Xbox. And then indie games on PC always tend to do well. But like Switch indie games tend to be like good performing games, especially when they feature them like this. These are games I feel like Nintendo was like, hey, we didn't make this, but we could have, you know? And so I think they're worth checking out. Outer Wilds especially. Shantae Advance, I'd like to play through it. But Outer Wilds is a really fun game. I saw this and I was like, oh, good. More people can play this game because more people need to play it. But anyway, let's get to our headline story. The Game Awards. All right, so the tweet storm, all 31 categories. We're going to go through these kind of quick. We'll linger on the more controversial, bigger ones maybe. Not really sure. And then I'll offer up predictions on each category. Why not? Let's make it fun. All right, so Game of the Year. We got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, which, why? It's a remake, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. I honestly could see Spider-Man, Zelda, or Mario winning, but legitimately, I think Baldur's Gate's going to take the win. That game got all the hype this year. I don't think Alan Wake has a chance. I think the PC performance bummed a lot of people out. So, all of that taken into consideration, I legitimately think Baldur's Gate is going to win, but I'd like Spider-Man, Zelda, or Mario to actually win. But that's just me. No judgment. I'm not saying any of the other games are bad. I'm just saying, why is Resident Evil in there? It's a remake. Yes, it's a remake. But why would it be Game of the Year? Anyway, best action adventure game: Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Jedi Survivor, and Tears of the Kingdom. These are all sequels. I need to play Jedi Survivor. I don't know which one would be the best because I've only played Tears of the Kingdom here. Legitimately think Spider-Man 2 or Jedi Survivor is going to win. Zelda might. I just think that the people that vote on these are more not Nintendo players. I don't know. I just don't. Tears of the Kingdom could win. It very well could. Best VR AR game: Gran Turismo 7, Humanity, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Resident Evil Village VR mode, and Synapse. I don't know. I don't have VR. I don't know. Probably Gran Turismo or Horizon. Those are PSVR 2 games. Sony probably paid for the win there. I don't know. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. I'm not saying these. It's rigged. Maybe. Best action game: Armored Core 4. Is that 6? 6. Armored. I worked at GameStop when Armored Core 4 came out, so that's like the one I think about. But Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2. I really want Hi-Fi Rush to win. Probably Armored Core or Ghost Runner is going to actually win it, though. All right, best adaptation. So this is like games that were adapted into shows or movies. Castlevania Nocturne, Gran Turismo, Last of Us, Twisted Metal, and Mario Brothers Movie. I think Mario Brothers Movie is the best one of those because I like it more. Legitimately think Last of Us is going to take it because it's The Last of Us. And for some reason, people think it's just better than everything else. And I disagree. But that's where I'm at. The game was good. I just didn't see a whole lot of point in the show. Let's look at best art direction. We got Alan Wake 2 here, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and Mario Brothers Wonder, which I think that's actually some solid competition. Lies of P looked really good. I liked the art style for Hi-Fi Rush. I think Mario Wonder is going to take it just because of how crazy it is in the final product, and it's Mario. So I just think all of that is going for it. All right, we got best audio design. Alan Wake 2, Dead Space. Man, they're really trying to get Alan Wake like something. Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4. I don't know. I don't know who would win this. I haven't listened to any of these games. Let's pick Hi-Fi Rush. It's got a cool soundtrack. Best community support: Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy. Was that Final Fantasy 15 or is that 16? I don't know. Math is hard. No Man's Sky. I don't know. No Man's Sky is still around. Destiny 2, I think they made a lot of people mad. And then Cyberpunk, I mean, they did do the DLC this year and fix a lot of the game. I would say it's Final Fantasy or No Man's Sky. Maybe Baldur's Gate. I don't know. That one's up in the air to me. This is a long list. Best debut indie game: Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, Viewfinder. Let's go with Viewfinder. Best esports athlete: I have no idea. Best esports coach: I have even less of an idea. Best esports event: League of Legends. I don't know. Best esports team: who won it last year? I don't know of any of those teams. Best esports game: why is Overwatch not in this list? Oh, rip Overwatch League. Counter-Strike 2 is going to win that. Best family game. All right. Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, and Mario Brothers Wonder. Pikmin or Mario Brothers is going to win that. I think Mario has the edge there. I would like Sonic to win. I had a Genesis as a kid. I'm biased. Best fighting game: God of Rock, never heard of it. Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Didn't that just come out? Pocket Bravery, Street Fighter 6. Mortal Kombat's probably going to take it. These two, I don't even know. God of Rock, Pocket Bravery, what is that? Best game direction: Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel, Spider-Man 2, Mario Brothers Wonder, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Let's go with Zelda. I think that's going to be the best one. Best indie game. I love this one. It's got community notes here. Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, and Viewfinder. I want Sea of Stars to win this one. But it says Dave the Diver is technically not an indie game because Nexon he stated that Nexon published the game. The vice president stated it may look like an indie, but it's not necessarily an indie. So he's basically saying this isn't an indie game. To which the response has been, well, indie is like a whole vibe, not really like an independent publisher thing. And I'm just like, that's nonsense. You call it indie or independent because there's no big money behind it. Get out of here. Best mobile game: Final Fantasy 7 Ever Crisis, Honkai Star Rail. Star Rail's fun. Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Monster Hunter Now, Terra Nil. It's gonna be Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Going all in on that. Best multiplayer: Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, Mario Brothers Wonder. I don't know. Party Animals. Me and my daughter played that the other day. It's very funny. I just hate the controls. I'm just going to pick that one. Best narrative: Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty, Final Fantasy 16. See, that one's 16. It has a different art. Spider-Man 2. Probably Spider-Man. I don't know. I haven't played any of these, to be honest. Best ongoing game: Apex Legends. See, okay, that's 15. That's 16. XVI, XIV. No, it's 14. Final Fantasy 14 was the online one. Ongoing game. Roman numerals, guys. I'm American. What can I do? Fortnite, Genshin Impact. I think Fortnite's doing really well. Final Fantasy 14 coming to Xbox is a big deal next year. And then Genshin Impact just keeps getting like banger updates, at least from the people I follow that really like Genshin Impact. So I wish I could say more for Apex because I used to love Apex so much and it's fallen off for me. I tried playing recently and now they have cross progression coming. It's not fully out yet. I don't know. I haven't logged in a while. It's supposed to be rolling back out, but I haven't seen it. Anyway, point is, I think it's gonna be Final Fantasy or Fortnite, maybe Genshin, probably Genshin. I think it's global voting for these, so Genshin has a solid chance. Best performance. These are all voice actors, and so let's pick Jedi Survivor. All right. Best RPG: Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Starfield, Sea of Stars. I'm picking Sea of Stars. Go ahead. Best score and music. Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom, because it's Zelda and it's top tier music. Best sports / racing. All right. Nobody cares about these. Forza's going to win because it's always the winner. Content Creator of the Year. I don't know any of these people. Games for Impact. I don't know what this means. Innovation in accessibility. Forza is going to win. I'm just going through these because some of these are whatever. Most anticipated game. Probably Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yeah, that's the one. Best sim / strategy game. Why is Pikmin in there? I guess it's sort of sim / strategy. It's probably City Skylines or Fire Emblem. And then that's it. That's the categories. But Hard Drive Mag, one of my favorite accounts on Twitter. The category we really want to know, best layoff category for the Game Awards. I thought that was too funny to not feature here in the game news because this is a tough year for the industry. Games, good games came out. Lots of games came out. Lots of things happened this year that it's a good time to be a gamer, but a terrible time to be a game industry employee because there were lots of layoffs and still more to come probably. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I want to know who would win best layoffs. And is that best as in axed the most employees, announced it at the worst time? Like how do you measure that? Who fired the least amount of people? Like it's a solid question. It's a legitimate question. Anyway, it's a parody. I feel bad for everybody that has lost their job this year in the industry. And again, I hoped everybody has landed on their feet, or found a better job, or moved industries to something more stable. Software development outside of the games industry is actually pretty nice. But all right, well that does it for the game news. You guys let me know what you think. I know it was kind of rough and ready, but it's been a while since I've done it. I literally prepared for it this afternoon. I'm going to try to get back to Tuesday nights of having game news live streamed and posted on Wednesday morning. So if you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, because I'm going to post this to Rumble independently instead of letting it copy over. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let me know down in the comments what you think of any of the news stories we covered. Be sure to like the video. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and do all the things that engage. If you're watching on Twitch, we're about to play some Overwatch 2, so definitely keep hanging out with me there. And everybody else, see you on the next video.